All right, let's talk AI art. The whole scene has just completely exploded, right? And there are two heavyweights that are really running the show, Midjourney and DALL-E 3. Now, both of them can take your words and spin them into these unbelievable images, but, and this is the key, they go about it in totally different ways.
So, that leads us to the million-dollar question. You want to make some incredible art, and you want to do it like right now. Which AI do you pick? Which one wins? Well, that's what we're here to figure out. We're going to dive into what makes each one tick, their biggest strengths, their little weaknesses, so you can decide which of these champions you want in your corner.
Okay, first things first, let's get right into our tale of the tape. Before we see the knockout punches, we gotta know the fighters. We're gonna look at their stats, their backgrounds, and the core philosophies that really drive these two creative powerhouses.
And you know, right at their core, these two have completely different DNA. Midjourney, it was built with artists in mind from day one. It's all about creating stuff that looks beautiful, stylized, and super aesthetic. DALL-E 3, on the other hand, grew up inside of ChatGPT. So its whole reason for being is accessibility. It's meant to be a super smart assistant that just gets what you're saying.
And this is where the rubber meets the road. You can see how those different philosophies play out in practice. To use Midjourney, you've got to be on the social app Discord, and it's a paid subscription. Its whole superpower is giving you this incredibly deep, fine-tuned control over the style. Then you have DALL-E 3, which is probably already built into tools you use, like ChatGPT+. Its key feature? It's conversational. You just talk to.
All right, let's move on to the next round, the prompting playbook. And honestly, this is where the real magic happens. How you talk to these AIs, the prompts you write, learning that is the single most important skill for getting what you want.
So just so we're all on the same page, what exactly is a prompt? It's just the instructions you give the AI. Think of it like a recipe. It's your creative brief, your director's notes, all rolled into one sentence. And the better your prompt is, the closer the AI gets to creating that image that's stuck in your head. It's a classic case of garbage in, garbage out. Or, genius in, masterpiece out.
Now take a look at a classic Midjourney prompt. It kind of looks like a bunch of keywords strung together, because it is. You've got your main subject, wise cat, library, and then you start adding these very specific commands. See those little codes at the end? -R 16.9 basically tells it to make the image widescreen. And -style raw tells Midjourney to dial back its own artistic flair. It's almost like learning a secret language.
Okay, now look at the DALL-E 3 version. It's a night and day difference, right? You can just write a normal sentence, like you're talking to a creative partner. You just describe what you want in plain English. Because DALL-E 3 is tied in with ChatGPT, it understands all that nuance and complexity without you needing to learn any special codes.
So we've seen how they work. We've seen how you talk to them. Now it's time for the final breakdown, the judge's scorecard. We're going to lay out the good, the bad, the pros, the cons, everything you need to know to pick your fighter.
Okay, so when it comes to Midjourney, here's the bottom line. For a lot of people, its artistic output is still the absolute gold standard. The images are just stunning. Plus, you've got this huge community on Discord for inspiration, and once you learn the system, the level of control is just insane. But, and there's always a but, there is a learning curve, and having to use the Discord app just isn't everyone's cup of tea.
And what about DALL-E 3? The verdict here is all about one thing: ease of use. It is so easy to get started. I mean, if you can describe it, you can create it. And its secret weapon is how well it follows really long, complex instructions. So what's the trade-off? Well, sometimes the images can feel a little more generic, maybe? A bit less artsy than Midjourney. And you definitely have less direct control over the final stop.
Now, before we call it, there's one last really important thing we have to talk about. Using these tools isn't just a creative free-for-all. There are some very real rules of the road you need to be aware of. Let's call them the ethical rules of engagement.
Just think of this as your quick user guide. For one, all these platforms will block you from creating harmful or really misleading stuff. They also have systems in place to prevent you from just copying a living artist's style or generating images of real people without permission. And, a good rule of thumb is to just be open about it when your work is AI generated. It's really just about using these amazing tools in a respectful way. So after all that, who wins the duel? Well, the truth is, you do. There isn't one single winner here, because the best tool really truly depends on you. If you're someone who craves that deep, granular, artistic control, and you're willing to learn a new system, then Midjourney is your champion, hands down. But if you value speed, simplicity, and having a tool that just works, then DALL-E 3 is the clear victor. At the end of the day, these are just tools. Yeah, they're incredibly powerful, mind-blowing tools, but they're still just tools. What they do is open up this whole universe of creative possibilities that was pure science fiction just a few years ago. So the real question isn't which AI is better. The real question is, what are you going to do with it? The canvas is blank, and for the first time in history, it's also infinite. So, what will you create?